So it's pretty early in the morning, like 6:23 in the morning, and I was just waking up, just playing some games. I usually wake up in the morning anyway. So with that, I ended up seeing this tweet from the Overwatch team, and this is something that's really important, and it's based off the actual issues that Blizzard is having right now and the lawsuits they're having, with the issues of a bad working environment and specific things such as sexual harassment in the working area. So with that, now they're trying to make a big difference now. And let me just this over a little bit. Boom. And now they actually were talking about things like changing a character's name in Overwatch because it was named after one of the employees who were actually listed off of, like, the people who had committed the unsafe working environment and sexual harassment in the working environment as well. So let me go ahead and read the statement from the Overwatch team. We built the Overwatch universe around the idea that inclusivity, equity, and hope are the building blocks of a better future. They are central into the game and to the Overwatch team. As we continue to discuss how we best live up to our values and to demonstrate our commitment to creating a game world that reflects them, we believe it's necessary to change the name of a hero currently known as McCree to something that better represents what Overwatch stands for. We realize that any change to such a well-loved and central hero in the game's fiction will take time to roll out correctly, and we'll share updates as this work progresses. In the near term, we have planned to kick off a narrative arc in September supported with new story and game content, of which McCree was a key part. Since we want to integrate this change into the story arc, we will be delaying the new arc until later this year and instead launch a new FFA map this September. Going forward, in-game characters will no longer be named after real employees, and we will be more thoughtful and discerning about adding real-world references in future Overwatch content. This will help reinforce that we're building a fictional universe that is unmistakably different from the real world and better illustrates that the creation of Overwatch is truly a team effort. Work on these updates is underway, and they are just a part of our ongoing commitment to honest reflection and making whatever changes are necessary to build a future worth fighting for. We know that actions speak louder than words, and we hope to show you our commitment to making Overwatch a better experience in game and continue to make our team the best it can be. The Overwatch team. Now, this is like a very well written expression from the team, how they feel about majorly changing the character's name and why they changed it. So let me just go ahead and put my opinion on this real quick. Now, my opinion on this is that there is a major situation going on within Blizzard and Activision Blizzard on what's been going on with a unsafe work environment, and it's very, very bad that something like that has to be known in that work area, and especially with a big company like Blizzard and Activision. Now, here's my thought, and these are two different aspects that I'm trying to go ahead and speak about. This is that one of the first aspects. I understand the reason of wanting to change the character's name, and in regards to the character's name being affiliated with someone who has that name, and they are listed under the list of people who have caused the unsafe working environment. Now, with that happening, there is certain things that I kind of don't understand of, why certain things were not noticed about that from the beginning. Certain things like that should be majorly discussed about, certain, especially with the upper the upper management, and things like in regards to you know any type of unsafe issues in the working environment should be stated to the higher ups. That's a major importance. I can see why they want to change that, because they don't want to include the person who has been named, that the character is named after, in any of the projects that they do. So I completely understand that, because that makes them look bad in that process. So that's a major thing with that. And also it's to go ahead and make sure that they actually stay within their values. And I really do respect that about the Overwatch team to do so. But here's the other side of this. I don't think changing the name of a character will really make a big of a difference. I think in one point it's going to just, it's just a little thing that they're trying to change that won't do anything for what has happened in the company already. I don't see the big issue of why changing things like McCree, or like changing any part of McCree, is a major situation, or is a major I would say a major importance to try to go ahead and stop, like, all the things that have happened in the work area. Those things have happened already. Whether or not, I don't think anybody really cared where the actual name for the character came from. It was very funny when I saw things like in, the Facebook posts, Twitter posts, and everything, and even people commenting when this actually came out, or when news feeds like IGN came out with the idea on their posts about what happened and the name change. Some people defended the idea of having a character, um, like with his name. I think a lot of people, when they hear McCree, they think of the actual cowboy with the amazing ultimate, the one shot ultimate, the cowboy with the robotic arm in Overwatch. I don't think anybody actually thinks about the the developer which the guy was named after. I think it's kind of weird to me. I think people take it to an extent to try to change it in areas which it doesn't make a difference, which it shouldn't make a difference. Like for instance, a lot of people try to defend a name, and then when somebody tries to defend a name, here's the response. The response is, "Oh wow, grown ass men getting upset because their name of a character is being changed." And then it's like at one point, if them being upset that the name is being changed, is ridiculous, then it would be vice versa for people who want to have the name changed. It really doesn't make no difference. It doesn't change the character. It doesn't change anything. The character is still gonna be the same, so I don't see the problem with the name change. But then at one point, I don't see the name change making any type of difference in the work area, where the work area is majorly toxic, and there are certain things in regards to that will go ahead and do anything to, like, I would say, change how things have happened. And another statement that I hear is that, oh, they're more worried about a name change instead of making their game okay, or actually fixing their game, like stuff like that. Here's my thing: a game and how it's designed has nothing to do with how the development of a story or a character is made. Literally, if you are comparing those two, you have no right to talk about it. Because here's one thing about that: I can make a character that can go off in one major game. Like for instance, let's say if I make a Cloud from Final Fantasy VII, and he went off the Final Fantasy game. The game was popular. Everybody liked it. Cloud's amazing character. One of the most famous characters in the Final Fantasy series. And let's just say, I I take Cloud and I put him in Smash Brothers, which he is. It doesn't change the fact of where the character is from, why he's named Cloud, why he's named this or that, or what he has in his kit. It doesn't change anything. The game is designed in a certain way. That has nothing to do with the character's design or the character's background story. It's a completely different thing. Don't bring two things that have nothing to do with the game. This is a situation that is in regards to employees, that is in regards to a lot of other I would say things like, people of the community and people who actually do like the game. Do I think the name change will make a big difference? No. I do not believe that the name for McCree being changed will make a big difference. I don't believe something like that would be a big issue to change, but it won't make no big of a difference. I don't see why things like that will make anything of a change. There are characters that are literally made of a story, or has been designed of a character based off of either movie serial killers or real serial killers. And it's just so weird that people just would take the name into seriousness. It's those who try to defend it and those who want to change it. People were like, oh, his name is Jesse McCree, or his name is McCree, or his name is Johnson, or his name is Dylan. Now he's named after this or that, or a serial killer or a murderer. Change him. No. If his name was Dylan, let's say McCree's name was Dylan, and you want to change it because he's actually named after a serial killer. But then there's like almost 1,000, almost 100,000, probably even like 100 billion or 100 million people named Dylan. You can't really do something like that makes no difference. Because people are named Dylan just as much as that serial killer. But as I said, it really makes no difference. Do I think it's gonna make a difference for the game? No. Do I really think that it's very important to change his name? No. I don't think there's nothing you can do about that, whether they choose to change it. I don't think the Overwatch team really should make a difference in that. I really think that more of the idea, because I believe there are certain foundations or certain organizations that work on things like making safe work areas or helping people who have dealt with sexual harassment. And I really think that more of donations or more helping out people who have dealt with those situations would make more of a difference than a simple name change. Is the reason behind the name change reasonable? Yes. But does it make a difference? In my opinion, no. I don't think it will make no type of difference. But in the comment section, please, by all means, go ahead and let me know what you guys think. I want to know what you guys think about the situation. Do you agree with it? Do you disagree with it? Just let me know of how you guys feel about it. But this is Nico from the EHG community. Make sure to go ahead and subscribe. Make sure to go ahead and follow us on Twitter, Twitch, and other platforms. Definitely go ahead and turn your notifications when we get new streams and new videos set out. Definitely follow the liking horde on Twitter, and remember that there's always something amazing on the horizon. Stay tuned for another video.